Britney Spears, her future and her fight to end a 13-year conservatorship could come down to this moment. Hours from now, a Los Angeles judge is set to decide whether to keep the pop star's father, Jamie Spears, on as her conservator. He could also be replaced, or the conservatorship could be dissolved entirely. Britney, who is, her fight for freedom sparked that whole Free Britney movement. She's called the arrangement abusive and exploitative. Her father denies ever acting in anything other than his daughter's best interest. And joining us now is Sara Azari. She's a criminal defense attorney in Los Angeles. Sara, good to see you. How do you see this going today? Do you think we'll see the conservatorship lifted?
Look, Anna, there's two issues before the court today. As you said, one is to remove whether her father should be removed as a conservator, and the second is to whether to altogether terminate this conservatorship. So the latter is unlikely. I think her father is more likely to be removed. I think there's been a sufficient showing why he is not acting in her best interest. She's trying to negotiate a prenup, and to the extent that she has a conservator, that conservator is going to be heavily involved in that process. And we know that her father has conflict of interest with her. He has a toxic relationship with her. And so she wanted him out yesterday. But with respect to the termination of the conservatorship itself, this is a process. It's not a one-stop type of hearing where you get that order. It was a process to place this conservatorship in place. In the first place, back in the day, 13 years ago, due to a mental breakdown, the court determined that she needs a conservator. And by that same virtue, there's a process here. The best analogy I can give you, Anna, is going from an ICU bed to your own bed. It doesn't happen that way. There's transitional care. There's lower level of care. And I think there needs to be a transition plan for Britney in place before this conservatorship ends. So the court is either going to order a mental health evaluation and or a mediation where the parties can sit together. They all agree that the conservatorship should end, but they need to come up with a plan.
Okay, so it might not be over and done at the end of today, even if that conservatorship is lifted. It sounds like there's a bit of a process that takes place. Over the summer, of course, Britney had said she wanted to press charges against her father for her conservatorship and what she called abuse, calling the arrangement effing cruelty. A lot of people were surprised when Jamie Spears actually filed to end this conservatorship earlier this month. Do you think that was some kind of legal maneuver on his end to evade accountability?
100%. He knows, and Britney's attorney has made it very clear that there are depositions coming. There's discovery under oath, and he does not want any accountability for what seems to be misappropriated monies over the course of this conservatorship. So he thinks that the quicker this conservatorship is lifted, the easier he's going to go unscathed. And that's not going to be the case with this particular attorney that's representing Britney. I think what's going to happen is there's going to be a deposition. There's going to be forensic accounting. He's going to have to return any monies that were misappropriated or misspent. And to the extent that there was willfulness and criminal intent involved, he could be prosecuted under California law for conservatorship abuse, for adult abuse. So he remains exposed. And I think the most telling thing is, in a deposition, the first words out of Jamie's mouth, if he invokes his fifth, then we know that he believes he's exposed.
Okay. It will be interesting to see how this unfolds in just the next couple of hours. Sara Azari, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.